And whose team is this? Is this your team, or is this your daddy's team?
Thanks for listening to the Dad Mode Podcast, common sense parenting in a politically correct world. Here's your host, Andy Carlson.
Welcome back to the Dad Mode Podcast, common sense parenting in a politically correct world. I'm your host, Andy Carlson, at Andy Carlson Show on the Twitter machine. I'm a father. I have no idea what I'm doing, but you and either their chiefy, so let's try and learn something today. Website is dadmodepod.com. Tweet at me at dadmodepod, or just use the hashtag DadMode. Today, back in the house, Uncle Nick. Follow me on Twitter at Nickerson. Hey.
Hey, Andy, how's it going today?
I'm good. You just got a little fuzzy. Are you moving around? What's going on?
Sorry, it's I'm trying to adjust the angle of my microphone here.
Oh, seems like something you should have done before the show.
I was trying to prep stuff and I got carried away. I'm sorry.
It happens. How's your week, Nick?
What was that?
Are you excited about Memorial Day?
Oh yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna be nice to have a 3-day weekend. I don't have to work this weekend, which is nice. I can relax. Might see a couple movies. A lot of movies coming out this weekend.
Where are you gonna go see?
I want to see the X-Men Apocalypse movie.
Yep.
Ooh. And I know. So I don't know. Hopefully, sometime this weekend, I kind of want to go see the new the movie Neighbors 2. I kind of want to see that. Mm-hmm. Me and my buddy Nate usually see that movie.
You have the long-standing tradition of seeing the Neighbors series, so you saw the first one together?
Yes. But we liked it so much. We were like laughing our asses off that first one we saw, and we're like, man, this was actually really funny. This actually gets us. It's being old parent people.
Yeah, plus I don't know how Seth Rogen got, what's the name of the Australian chick?
Rose Byrne?
Yeah. Like, how did he land that?
Very easily.
And then the nipple scene.
The nipple scene.
It actually is like that. When the wife was breastfeeding, it was kind of like, hey, I missed the feeding. Oh, my God, there's cement. It literally is like milking a cow. And for cows, you got to milk them once at 3 in the morning, again at 3 in the afternoon. And if you don't do it, they get ornery. They get swollen up. It's weird.
I don't want to talk about your wife's nipples, please.
Lies. All right. So, something you should think about is shopping on Amazon, dadmodepod.com/Amazon. Redirect to the homepage. Bookmark the hell out of it. Every time you use Amazon, use our link and get a couple shekels for diapers. Keep us in diapers. Keep the lights on in this place. Today, I want to talk about the wife a little bit. And, well, that's kind of usual. We talk about Muggsy quite a bit to you. This is tangentially related to Muggsy. And the wife has been indoctrinated. She is now obsessed. She's plugged into the matrix of buying things secondhand from this Facebook mom group. And it's starting to become an epidemic. And I'm a bit of a minimalist. I don't like a lot of clutter. I don't like getting things we don't need. It's not so much the money thing, right? Because most of the things are like heavily discounted and whatever. It's the clutter. It's the constant every other day, hey, look what I found. Hey, what do you think about this? Hey, let's get that. It's so much. So much, Nick.
Kids need things, though. I mean, is it all just wasted space, or are these things actually essential to raising a child?
It's in the gray area of essential, because one of them is a jogging stroller. I mean, yes, I know it's kind of cool to have, but is it essential? Not really. Then there's this little, we got one of those cozy coupes, like the little McDonald's colored cars. Every kid had them.
The red and
those?
Yellow.
Yeah, red and yellow, like little car
Yeah.
thingies. Yeah, so I got one of those, so that's fine. But then, like the day after that, she picks up this little trike thing, and it's something that like a 3-year-old would use, and Muggsy's not even 1 yet. And it's just like, all right, so this is going to sit in the shed for 2 years? All right. But it was such a good price. But it's not like they're not going to be selling them in 2 years? I don't know.
It sounds like maybe borderline shopaholic, but it's for a good. I mean, it's for Muggsy. You guys have space for it. It might not be such a bad idea.
Yeah, the thing is, like, she's not a big materialistic person either. Yeah, she's not the shopaholic. She's not the one who goes to DSW, blows a lot of money, goes to Nordstrom's, anything like that. And it is all for the kid, but it is. I don't know how to explain it, but I do get slightly annoyed at the text, usually during the day, usually while I'm working, of, hey, look what I found. Check it out. $10. Come on, let's do it. And it's also one of the reasons why I'm a little apprehensive about getting the minivan or the SUV or the truck, because it's like, oh no, she'll have more towing capacity to pick up things. And it'll just be like, it's over, Johnny.
This can work. This could be a two-way street, though. She could use these websites, right, to get rid of stuff as well. I mean,
yeah. Oh, we sell that profit. Sell that stupid truck for $12.
There you go.
And it's not so much the again, it's not the cost. It's the taking up the space. And the trike, it doesn't fold up. I'm hanging it from the rafters right now. I put up one of those things up in the garage so I can hang it. So it's just gonna sit up there for a while, and it's just like, let's try and sell it for $12.
This is a big.
Let's see if someone will bite.
This is a big problem with you guys because this is your first child, and obviously, as you know, all your friends and family, we're gonna spoil your kid rotten anyways. I think there's a birthday coming up, so
birthday next Saturday. Birthday party next Saturday.
She's gonna get another bike. That's just what's gonna happen. Grandpa and Grandma's gonna get her a bike because unless she's telling everyone her shopping habits and what they're getting, I mean, you're gonna get duplicates of things.
Yeah, that'll be nice returning some things because you can always say, hey, she's got plenty of toys, and right now she does have plenty of toys. She could probably use a couple more clothes, but Crystal's also been buying a bunch of clothes off of the secondhand thing. And also we loaded up at the you were there. We went to the state fair, and they had one of those like kid bazaar things. Not like bazaar like weird, but bazaar like like flea market.
Oh yeah, yes.
And those are great places just to load up on secondhand stuff. And I also want to talk about some secondhand things, like what is okay to buy secondhand, what is not okay. We'll get to that in a bit. But birthday parties, and then that she's going to get bombarded with toys and clothing and stuff that she's going to outgrow or outgrow physically with the clothes or outgrow mentally with the toys and stuff in like a week. And it'll be like, oh, all right, so I guess we can sell this now on the Facebook mom group. Cool. How much did you pay for it? Oh, it's $40 new. Neat. We're selling it used for $5. Yeah. Yay, capitalism.
I mean, this mom group thing, I mean, is she developing relationships with any of these moms? I mean, I
don't know. It's always a little weird. It's a bit like Craigslist, except you're actually generally meeting the person at their house. So it's a very trusting community, And, also, it is kind of neat. One nice thing about it. Well, the whole thing is nice. Don't get me wrong. And it's usually just me just bitching about something that doesn't really matter. But we did get an awesome kitchen table out of it for $100. Solid red oak and well-constructed, well-put together, $100. That's not bad.
Oh, yeah,
right?
that's a really good deal.
But it is weird, at Craigslist, they keep telling you, hey, meet in a very well-lit public location, a grocery store, a gas station, whatever. Or police departments even have a designated exchange place, like right in front of the cop shop now. But with this, they're very trusting. Like the perverts on Craigslist should infiltrate some of these Facebook mom groups and be like, oh, yeah, come on over. I live right here. Come up and pick up this little toy. It's like, yeah, come on over. Yeah. You want some tea? You want some sweet tea? How about some tea? How about some crumpets? You want some crumpets? We don't have any crumpets.
It sounds a lot safer than meeting some, crackhead, trying to sell something so they can buy weed or, buy like heroin or something.
Yeah. I wonder if there's any code in these. Like, she hasn't encountered any yet, but I wonder if any of these items are like code. You know what I mean? Like, come on over, buy the Trike. Maybe stick around for a bubble bath. We got the jacuzzi going. We got a little Chardonnay. And we'll see where things go from there.
I like meet like a weird like swingers couples, But like they want to add that little spice to the relationship.
And it's
right.
So, Nick, how many times have you perused Craigslist?
Yeah, I go on it twice a month usually.
Really? Oh, also randomly, we were talking about you last night on the Andy Lucanary Football Machine. Get it on iTunes, Stitcher, and coldoma.com/machine. We were talking about when the Super Bowl is in town and human trafficking goes up, and the dirty little secret of all the hookers kind of get brought in to please the crowds, and I'm just like, man, that's gonna be the best week at Nick's Life.
I'm glad I'm brought up with that. Thank you.
See, this is what you get when you don't call in for a couple weeks. You get brought up surreptitiously.
Last Wednesday? I usually have a question or two lined up if I ever have random sports questions, which I really do. I don't know where I was yesterday. I've been.
Nick, you're our plant.
No, I was sleeping. After my long vacation, I took a nap. Got tired of drinking and wanted to go to bed.
How many beers would you say you had in the past 2 days?
10?
I guess 3 days.
What?
It's not even a lot.
I'm not a big fan of drinking. I'm more of a glutton for food, booze and stuff. No, I just it was all that night though. I drank mostly that night. We had 2 or 3 beers at the hotel. Then we went to it's called Catch, where you had all your food and drinks were covered in the price of the tickets. So we had a nice little food buffet, and then just saw a bunch of Northeast, and I think Tom and Alex had near 8 to 10. I had 6 to 8 there, and then there was drinking at the hotel when we got back. It's not my typical usual Tuesday night. Tuesday night nights.
All right, so back to the topic, because Nick is a drunkard. How dare you? Have you ever bought anything off of Craigslist or bought anything off of a Facebook group?
I never knew the
secondhand?
Facebook thing group stuff secondhand. I never knew that. I want to do that. I've sold stuff and I've bought stuff off of Craigslist quite a bit.
What have you sold and bought, and did you meet in a public location?
Yes. Okay. It was during my instruments phase when I owned 8 guitars at one time. Sold most of them. Sold most of them off.
That's a lot.
And I bought quite a few. So I knew I had some type of addiction because I would only typically play like my one solid acoustic guitar, but I liked owning multiple ones in case I needed backups. Most half the exchanges I would think were in mall parking lots, and the other half were typically outside of their homes.
Mm-hmm. Man, that's a little weird though. Chris and I have talked about this. If we ever sell some of this stuff, it would be like, hey man, meet us at a Quick Trip. Hey man, meet us at a Cub. Because it's just yes, we live here at XXYYZ 17 Doodah Lane, and just man, I don't know you, Mom. You could be unstable. I mean, all that day drinking and Chardonnay going to your head. I don't even know what you're going to do over this water table or the little kids' picnic
I have coworkers
table.
who sell stuff online. They're honestly pretty fine with them people coming to the house, typically because they believe they're selling things that the people who would be interested in them are usually pretty normal, What I'm saying is, my coworkers, they're not selling cans of, used cans of paint or something, in which a bunch of kids are just randomly oh yeah, man,
oh man, you got any model airplane glue? Shit. That's good. All right, so a couple of these secondhand items, and I got some pretty good opinions on these, but I want to get your take as a non-parent, as a lay/normal person, if this is okay or not buying secondhand. So first one is clothing, like baby clothing, socks, onesies, jeans, shirts, sweatshirts, whatever.
That's fine. That's fine with me.
Yeah. What about like socks though?
Say socks? No. Socks,
Like, socks is a little
underwear,
weird.
no. The general shirts, t-shirts, general pants, things that you can comfortably wash normally that aren't too much in the kiddies business. That stuff is fine. But like socks and underwear, no. You can afford to buy new ones of them.
God, I hope so.
I don't think people actually
Toys.
sold socks and underwear.
Toys.
Let's see. Toys, I would do larger equipment. Yeah, like larger, bigger playthings. Yes,
Like
that's fine.
Tonka trucks.
Oh.
Yeah. And I feel like books and stuff is fine, but there are a lot of toys like the smaller kids have that they either chewed on or like completely just kind of destroyed. And it's just like, no. And plus, that the friends and family at the birthday parties are going to, and Christmases are going to completely shower them with gifts anyways. So it's kind of fine. It'd be unless it's like a vintage toy, like the little cozy coop we have, because we got the one before all the safety regulations, so it's the cool one. Because now apparently they have like latches on the doors and stuff. I'm like, man, that's not being a kid. Get out of here. You get out. Plus, all the cozy coops have eyes on them now, like really creepy.
I've
like
seen that.
eyes
I
on
would
the front.
I would just remove that. I would remove that.
Just like get the hell out of here. Or have you ever, those little roller pop-up things? It's like a stick and it's on wheels and it's a little dome, and when you push it, it like kicks up like little colored balls and this little plastic dome.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, we haven't found any of them. We haven't really looked very hard, but I'm sure they're out there. But yeah, I'll be fine buying that used. Ooh, or Light Bright. Damn.
Not for your kid.
Damn,
yet.
Daniel.
No, those things. No, she could eat those things. I would wait till late toddlers for those things.
Nick, I give her little bags of broken glass.
No, what? No.
As a test.
We gotta pause this show now.
Do you remember that? Do you remember that SNL sketch with Dan Aykroyd, like way back in the day? He was like a really shady toy salesman. He was like, "Yeah, a little bag of glass, kids can reflect and they can see themselves."
Like
in it.
the doll that has
good.
like the pop-off head and like a knife pops out or something. Or I think like Candace Bergen or someone played like the commentator who's like questioning all of it, and Dan Aykroyd just nonchalantly just goes along with it fine.
Yeah. All right, so what about baby furniture? So we're talking about like chairs, cribs, changing tables and whatnot.
Like very good condition. Like I would double check all that stuff. I would make sure that there's no broken pieces or parts on any of those things before I would consider it. I don't know anything about changing tables, about if they're clean or sterile, or if it's I don't know multiple uses of it. I'm assuming you guys buy pads on its own or whatever. But I would be okay with that bigger stuff.
I've told Crystal that we're not going to buy like used like particle board IKEA, like Target furniture crap. But if it's like real stuff, like actual craftsman stuff, like that kitchen table we got is solid oak, that is fine. And I feel like that also is applicable to kid stuff too. It's like if it's actually like well-made stuff and not just the IKEA crap out of Sweden, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. And because I mean that IKEA stuff is so cheap anyways. So if you're gonna buy it used, why not just buy it new? It's like $3 more, and you'll be fine.
I think that's a very important thing to think about. Okay. Like if it's not a burden to buy it new, then yeah. I mean, why buy it used?
Yeah, it's like it's like if your friend has a hamburger in the in his fridge, and you're right next door to a McDonald's. You're not gonna be like, "Hey man, can I buy that day old burger for $1? Huh? How about you just go pay $1.19 and get a McDouble at the McDonald's?"
I agree.
Does that happen to you a lot, Nick? Hey man, can I buy that burger?
Yeah, it has never happened to me. No.
I just love the hey man look. It's good. Car seats. This is a tricky one.
Wait, car seats? They sell 'em-
Car seats, like baby car seats. Yeah.
There's too many rules and regulations. I couldn't comment on that to know safety protocols and like if it works. You know, I mean, I do understand that car seats are pretty expensive and they come with, you know, I mean, they're not cheap. So I wouldn't be against buying them, but I'd have to know for sure and understand the make and model compared to new stuff and make sure that all the pieces would be working on that thing. It'd have to be in excellent condition if I bought it used. Most likely, my preference, I would probably buy a new. If it's my kid, I know I'm going to need one. Like I would put in the money and buy like the 12-piece car, you know, kit, whatever car seat that like, you know, works with them through baby, through how old do you have to work car seat now? Like 24.
I don't know. No, I think it's
like
it's
40 or
not an
50
age
pounds.
thing,
They
it's
have
a
to
size thing.
they have to be in some type of booster. Now,
I don't know. Who knows? By the time like Muggsy's a teenager, he'll probably be like, if your child is not in a booster seat until 22 years of age, you are a monster. You are a monster, and you should be shamed, shamed, shamed.
I grew up in the
on
back of a
Facebook.
station wagon.
Because I feel like it is a little bit of a racket where it's like a collusion between the government and state laws
Baby
and
seat
also
companies.
the like the baby seat manufacturer company. Yeah, like every year the restrictions change a little bit. So that new baby seat that you had, that was state of the art or state of the line, state of the art, state of the line, whatever. The best you get 3 years ago. Now that one doesn't count. Now that one's a death trap suddenly. And now I swear to God. I swear to all that is holy, if I see your child rolling around in that 3-year-old Graco baby seat, I will break your windows and pull your child out because that is unsafe. That was top of the line 3 years ago. Things don't change that much in 3 years. Are you kidding me?
it's the government. Everything changes. Everything's.
No, it's big baby seat. Yeah, it's like big tobacco, you know. They get their money in the politicians' pockets. They got the lobbyists, and they're like, well, you know, remember when it was you can face forward at 45, at 120 pounds? Well, make it 125. And they'll be like, making America safer so we can sell more baby seats. It's dumb. Yeah, but I'll buy new. I'm with you. If you're going to buy something, get them something that they can roll with, even though it's going to be outdated by the time that they're grown. Yeah. Besides, all the kids in their stupid seats, they just spill milk and formula and juice and you know, some parents give their kids pop in those baby seats. It's stupid. That stuff gets in the fabric.
We might have to show to ask you the whole car seat rules. I actually don't know what any of them are. Like, do they have to be forward or back?
I don't know either, and I may be completely making up all those regulations. The wife knows all of them, like on the back of her hand. Yeah. If there's only men on this planet, I feel like there would be no car seats, and our kids would be having a beer by the time they're 8. But so it's a good thing that there's women around, because otherwise this would be a terrible, terrible place. And also, how do we get all these kids if there's no women?
Thinking outside the box.
Yeah. Life found a way.
That's not how he says that.
Jurassic Park. Next one is bottles and silverware. Are you okay buying that secondhand?
I mean, I wouldn't judge someone if they did. My preference is no. I will do everything myself with that type of thing. I mean, I know there are people in financial burdens who, you know, and like if I took my kid to a friend's house who may be less well off than I am, and they had that stuff, I wouldn't be against my kids doing it. It's not something I'll buy stuff on my own.
Yeah, it's if you get into like baby food processors, then I feel like it's kind of okay to buy secondhand, especially like some of these high end stuff. But I mean, bottles. If you can't afford new bottles for your kid, especially new bottle nipples, maybe you shouldn't be having kids. But you can't say that now because you can't.
No,
judge.
I'm going to judge all I want. No.
How dare you, Nick? That makes you a racist, homophobe, sexist. How? I don't know. It just does. Yeah. And last but not least, shoes.
No. I'll typically buy my own shoes. I'll buy my kids their own shoes unless this is something where like a dance like
kids' feet.
If this is
kids'
for
feet
like
grow
a,
really fast.
Yeah, yeah. If
Like
we're
a
talking
specialized
like
thing,
stuff
like
where
ballet
like I
shoes?
can't get anywhere else, I mean, for a specific reason, then I might look more specifically into it. No, but shoes, I will bite the bullet and buy their own shoes. I think shoes can be worn and torn much easier than a lot of other things, so I would rather than buy.
It's a weird thing. Like, we're all good with taking hand-me-down shoes, whether it be from sibling to sibling or from like
Yes.
cousin to your kid and stuff like that. But I feel like there's a stigma around like buying secondhand shoes, even though there's a lot of shoe listings on this Facebook mom group. And if you go to like a Goodwill or like those traveling Munchkin sales that we went to, yeah, you do see a lot of shoes there. But I feel like it's weird. I kind of feel like those at the store are a little gross, but the hand-me-downs, perfectly fine. Even though when it comes down to it,
I mean, there's
feet
a
have been in
line
both
where I
before.
think, like if you know that the shoe hasn't been worn much, like if it's like a dress shoe for like, oh, this is for 1-year-old pictures only, and that's the only time they wore this shoe, and I can tell you firsthand, I know people who, when they have kids, specifically with going back to clothing, they bought in outfits that they wore exactly once, and then they haven't used it again since. So I mean, those
Yeah.
scenarios, I would be more perfectly fine with. But if you're meeting someone on this
Yeah.
Facebook group, I mean, if you meet complete strangers, am I going to trust a complete stranger? Not so much.
But why is a stranger's feet cleaner than cousin Mervin's?
I'm moving.
Yeah. I don't know where I came up with that. It was a deep pull. But like when Muggsy is 6 and then she's like, Daddy, I think I like women. We'll buy secondhand those Doc Martin boots because it's going to be a phase. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Doc Martens and a flannel shirt. Be like, all right, Muggsy. Yeah. Go check that out. Man, time flew by. I'm talking about buying things from a secondhand store.
Oh, yeah. I got yeah.
Yeah. Nick, have you ever bought any used clothes? Not Halloween, but just like in general.
No.
Cause everyone buys used clothes for Halloween. I mean, that's probably really got to piss off the regular customers at Goodwill at Savers when like all these jerk off, 18 and 20-year-old kids come in like, oh my God, look at this. Oh my God, I'm gonna be a sexy notary republic.
I'm bad because I actually buy
Notary
new
Public.
clothes for Halloween stuff. So, for Family
What?
Guy, I bought a new dress shirt and I bought green pants. And that was Peter Griffin. I bought brand new clothes for that.
Wait, have you wore the green pants again?
No. I'm a bad place.
Oh, why not? Also, Nick, we determined that we've never seen
I was a
you
big
in
guy.
jeans,
I
which is
never
kinda
had
weird.
anyone in my family who was big on jeans either. I mean, my brother, I think, always wore jeans, but with shopping, I think with mom, I was a sweatpants boy, and yeah, I never wore jeans, not even as a kid. I don't know why. Not sure if it was a cost thing or what. I just never got into them. I got into khakis early because of my very first job at Target at the age of, I think I was 15 or 16.
Wait, so you wore no pants until age 15, and then you just started wearing khakis?
I think I wore sweatpants probably most of my life. I think I was a sweaty guy.
Yeah, except, when you wear sweatpants, you sweat a lot, which is weird. It's like it's in the name.
Oh, I just wore shorts, I think. I don't think I... No, I... Oh, yeah.
I suppose.
I don't know. Yeah,
What's coming up on the Nickason podcast, Nick?
I'm just trending a lot of good news stories right now. A lot of good movie trailers for the summer. Finding Dory just released a new one. A teaser for Beauty and the Beast. I'm going to do
Is it a live action one?
Yes, a live action one.
Who's in it?
Emma Watson is playing Belle.
Oh, hey.
Yeah. So they tease just a little bit. You see her briefly behind the rose, and then yeah. So, and
what's the deal with all of the TV stations making TV series out of movies now? Because they've done it with Limitless, Minority Report. They're doing it now with Training Day. They're doing it with Frequency. Lethal Weapon. It's like, why is this in vogue now?
They're running out of ideas. I think because the age of the sitcom is kind of it's being cut out. It's being phased out. A lot of the
because all of it's going to Hulu and Netflix because they actually do good work.
Yeah, the competition on the internet and through the cable networks and the premium channels. I mean, there's so much. I think adult entertainment is so high right now. The cheesy 30-minute comedies and romantic comedies just aren't big anymore. So they're trying to get this kind of take these new storylines from.
Except for Fresh Off the Boat, Nick.
They're trying to take storylines from
great show.
Nostalgic movies. It's will it be a hit? Will it not be a hit? I don't know. It's going to be I don't know. I think these are still risky though. I think they're going to have a success rate pretty much as sitcoms do. A couple can make it, but I think a lot won't.
I suppose. All right. If you want to spread the word about this show, just by tell a friend, give us a couple of retweets. And, when you're making small talk at the barbecues over the weekend, Memorial Day weekend, you don't want to talk to your friends. I mean, they've got the same 6 stories over and over and over, except for my friends. My friends are interesting. Yeah, hear that, Nick? You're interesting.
Yay.
But tell them about the Dad Mode podcast. It's a jackass father talking about all the parenting stuff with his jackass friend, who's not a dad. But that makes sense. It's good. The show is available on iTunes and Stitcher. Follow me at Andy Carlson Show, or follow the show at Dad Mode Pod. Follow Nick at Nick Son. And the website is dadmodepod.com. Well, till next week, be a man, be a father, go Dad Mode, and we'll see you time.
Think the episode you just heard is worth $1? Well, send it our way. Visit dadmodepod.com/support to find out how. Be a man, be a father. Go Dad Mode. The music is created and produced by Deeb. To hear more of his tracks, visit soundcloud.com/Deeb.